Hi guys, so I was hoping to do a review here of the Tractive and the Tractive XL. They're trackers for your pets, sold by a company called Tractive. Unfortunately, I've run into some issues that I'll go over in a bit that are preventing me from trying these to be able to, give an accurate review. Now, I paid for these out my own money, so the review isn't sponsored or anything. I have to say I do have some concerns about them that are actually preventing me from using them. I'll go over that now. So let's have a look at the standard tracker first. This is said to have a 2 to 5 day battery life. The reason I bought the big one is because I'm not sure that 2 to 5 days is enough. They say that when it's tracking live, the battery life will be considerably shorter. So if I lose my dog, actually, I don't want the battery to run out whilst I'm trying to locate her. This is the unit. You turn it on like that, and then off by holding it. It comes with 2 clips to clip the collar on, so that would be clip it onto the collar like that. The different size clips for different collars. I have heard of this coming off, which is kind of a problem. If your dog is lost and its GPS has come off, then you're not going to be able to find your dog. You may find the unit on the floor, but not the dog. The charging clips on here like this. It's a proprietary charger. Clips on like that, locks into 2 pins. I don't think it's ideal. They say that they've done this, used this method for waterproofing, but we have mobile phones that use standard micro USB and a little rubber cover, and they're perfectly waterproof. So why Tractive have gone the proprietary route and used some strange contraption to charge it, I'm not sure. But that's what they've done. I've also heard that one of these one of these leads is a third of the price of the whole unit with everything in it. So if you break it, it's going to cost you a lot of money if you break the proprietary charger. So that's the standard. I haven't been able to test it because of an issue that I'll go over afterwards. This is the XL, Tractive XL. This is said to have a battery life of 6 weeks, which I think is much more appropriate. In fact, it's a bit overkill for a lost dog. I think 2 to 5 days is not enough, especially if you have to turn on the live tracking, because the battery will run out really quick. But 6 weeks is a bit overkill. This is also very heavy at about 140 grams. It uses 2 of these 18650 batteries in parallel. So the nominal voltage is 3.6. What I've actually done is I've taken it apart, I've taken the battery pack in there out, and I've replaced it with 1 of these instead of 2. That's lowered the weight from about 140 grams to about 100 grams, which makes it actually makes quite a big difference to the weight of it on the dog. On to the charger for this. I have issues with the charger for this as well. Again, it's proprietary, it's a different design to the standard. Let me just adjust this slightly. I'm balancing my phone on a solder reflow station to shoot this video. So you've got pins here, similar to the other one on the bottom of the unit. However, there's no clamp here. This uses magnets. In theory, it's a good design. It's kind of like the Apple design. It clips on and that end plugs into the charger, and we would be charging. However, the issue is, because this is magnetic, and they have put magnets in here, rather than what they should have done is just put the metal plates in here and magnets in there, but they haven't. They've put magnets in this unit here. Let me just get some focus. The issue that causes is when you unplug your unit, if you've got an area where you charge things, when you unplug the unit, this is very magnetic. So here, where's the ends? So here, I've just put this unit down. It's still plugged in, or could be, and it's picked up a piece of metal that could be on your side or whatever, and that's actually shorted that out now. That's across all the pins. So that's going to break your power supply, and it's potentially could be a fire risk. It's unlikely to be a fire risk at 5 volts, 1 amp, but you never know. So yeah, that is. They shouldn't have put the magnets in here. That's a very silly thing to do. In fact, again, as like with the other one, the better thing to do to have a waterproof connection would be to use the micro USB connection that we use on lots of phones, Android phones, and just have a rubber cover. The other problem with the design of these pins is now dogs get moist, they get wet. This is waterproof, but dogs get wet, they go into humid areas, they go through long grass that may be damp. These gold-plated contacts here are going to corrode with the damp, and that's going to manifest with charging. When you start charging, it will take a long time to charge because the connection won't be great. The corrosion will get worse, and if they are slightly damp when you are charging, if you don't notice, you'll get electrolysis, which will corrode them even more. I don't like the design of the charger. There's no need for the proprietary charger. They should have used a rubber cover and a micro USB connector. On to the problem I'm having that's preventing me using these. And before I purchased them, I looked at the website, looked at the payment plans, and there's all the different monthly prices. We've got, let me see if I can find them. There's various monthly prices ranging from £45 for a year, I think it is, to £180 for 5 years. But actually, the way they advertise it is it's so much per month. It's only when you actually come to pay that you find out you have to pay it all up front. It's not per month. It's not like a mobile phone where you pay your monthly bill. They want it all in advance, and they don't tell you that. So I've got my units, I've got to sign up, and I want the 5 years of the premium service because they themselves have stated the basic service is inferior. They said it doesn't switch networks if there's no signal for one network, and these apparently they seem to have some sort of agreement with all the networks. It will switch to whichever network has the strongest signal. They say in their own website that's not the case for the basic plan. So if you lose your dog in the woods or on a mountain or something, and you haven't got a signal for that network, then you've lost your dog, and the tracker isn't going to work because you didn't select the premium service. To get the monthly price plan that they lead you to believe they have for everything, it's very, very difficult to find it. You can't do it on the app. You have to go onto their website on a PC. You click basic and they try and get you to click premium. You say no, I definitely want basic, and then it lists yearly or 2 yearly plans. You have to click a little hidden link that says advanced, and then when you click advanced you can select the monthly service, and they'll try and get you to go to premium again, which is yearly or 2 yearly or 5 yearly payments, and you can then select the monthly plan. I think that's very naughty. They say it's because that's what most customers use. They use the yearly ones. Well, actually, I don't believe that. I think most customers would like to try the monthly one, and I think by hiding it, that's quite naughty. By making it extremely difficult for them to take the monthly one, and hiding the fact that that's the case until you actually go to pay, I'm not happy. Now, I wanted the 5 yearly plan for these 2 units for the premium service. Only because they've said themselves that the basic service is inferior. I'm not prepared to pay 2 lots of £179 or £189 now for a service that I've never used before. I've never used a GPS locator. The only GPS I've ever used is in your car or on your phone. I've never used any GPS for tracking a dog or a person, or so I don't know what it's about. I want to try it out, but I don't want to try it out with the basic service because they themselves have said that's inferior. In my opinion, for the basic service, they've actually taken their standard their standard tracking system and they've nerfed the basic. They've made it so that it won't connect to other networks. They've taken things out, like for instance, if I want to look at a walk I did 3 days ago with a premium service, I can do that apparently. I can't check it because I don't have the service. But with the basic service, you can only see the last 24 hours. So if I've lost my dog and I'm having trouble finding a dog with a tracker, with a premium service, I can see generally where the dog's been going for the last couple of days, or more than 24 hours. I can see where they're perhaps sleeping, see where they're going when they wake up, and try and get on the same trail as them to find them. However, with a basic service, after 24 hours, the history is gone. So if your dog's sleeping somewhere specific, and you don't find that, you don't get a chance to see a pattern of where the dog is going each day, because they've made it so you can't see that. That I'm not too keen on the business practices of this company, and that's why I'm not signing up to the service. In fact, I think I'm going to get rid of these trackers. I think they should be a bit more open and honest on their website, that they are going to require you to pay a considerable amount of money up front, and that they have, and I think they should make the monthly basic service more obvious rather than hiding it away like that. I think it's quite deceiving. Yeah, generally I'm disappointed. A very, very, very good idea, but their business model has let it down. Their subscription service, the way they do it, has for me let it down. I've emailed them and asked them, can I pay for 1 month of the premium service so I can try it out before I actually go for the 5 years? The answer was no. Can I try it for free for a month? The answer was no. I can only try the basic service for a month. So yeah, I'm not sure where to go from here, but that's as far as I can review this. I can't say whether it works or not, how good it is, what the delays are, how long the batteries last with live tracking, because I can't do that, because I'm not paying for 5 years to try it out. So yeah, thanks very much guys. Hope this helps you out.